Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a bit more of a taste of what you can expect within your 5-day plan. If you are still interested in the 5-day challenge, I'm running from the 17th of August to the 21st. I'm going to use Eimear as an example. And of course, Eimear is going to have her own goals, her own challenges she wishes to overcome. So this is specifically designed for her. Bear in mind, if you claim a spot, your program is going to be tailored specifically for you. And that's why I want you to sign up for the 15th of August, because in that case, I'll be able to give the same amount of time and effort that I've put into Eimear's into yours. Okay, so as you can see on screen here, Eimear has an assignment for every day within that 5-day period. And these assignments are going to be just movements, a series of movements to do every day. And a little bit more about Eimear's background. She wants to, what she described to me, she wants to improve her hip mobility. You'll learn why in a moment, but she wants to improve her hip mobility. And after a conversation, we decided it's not just about hip mobility, it's actually about hip strength as well. I see them as one and the same thing, because good hip mobility is good hip strength. And what we're aiming to do here is take a series of hip movements and apply the exact same principles any lifter in the gym would when it comes to the movements they want to get stronger at. So if we can apply that same principle to some of our smaller movements, that's often where the magic happens. Okay, so if I go into Eimear's first workout here, we're just going to warm up with some 90-90 rotations. Now, if you see on screen, I'm just demonstrating what that is. You're literally just rotating from the right to the left, getting those hips moving before we target different areas around the hip. Okay, so how we're going to kick that off is by looking at the seated butterfly. Our intention here is just to drive the knees down as far as is comfortable and just bring them back up. Now, doing that alone is great, but doing them with an intention is even greater. So for Eimear, I'm challenging her to gradually improve the range in which she can drive her knee downward. And the goal is to eventually drive her knee to the point where it touches off the ground. As you'll see here on screen, she might start somewhere like here. That's perfectly normal. That's what we're going to expect. But through doing this over and over and through advancing the movement a little more each time, within a matter of weeks or within a matter of days, it's going to depend on Eimear as a person. She can expect to touch her knee or the outside of her knee off the ground, like you'll see me doing here. So that's one aim for one particular exercise. We want to have that same goal for each and every movement that we're doing. So when it comes to the couch stretch, Eimear has actually detailed that she doesn't like kneeling on her knee. She had an injury there in the past, so it's no use me telling Eimear to do this where I want you to, get that shin gradually moving closer and closer to the wall, because she doesn't like kneeling on her knee. So instead, we're going to look to work the same muscle. We're going to stretch the same muscle in a different way. So in this case, it's going to be standing. As you'll see here, I'm standing. I'm just moving my arm above so I can stretch that area. And like the butterfly stretch that I just showed you, we want to make it more challenging over time as Eimear's ability improves. So in this case, I want Eimear to step a little further out, as you'll see me doing here, as she gets more comfortable. And then from there, it's about increasing the intensity of the stretch as this front foot moves more forward and forward. So again, we're going to apply that same intention to the standing pancake, where we're going to begin somewhere like here. And again, the standing pancake is just a groin stretch. And if you see on screen, I have a diagram of the groin and the hip here. And by loosening out this area that's right beside the hip, it's going to help the hip's overall ability. So that's why we're throwing that in there. And as you'll see here, this can be an area that's quite tight. It's quite tight for me. By no means am I very good at this. I'm definitely improving. But for Eimear, we're just going to set the goal of moving the head closer and closer towards the ground each time. And a goal we've jotted down here is just get the head to the level where it's below the knee. Will she start there? Probably not. But the intention is to get there. And I know if she stays consistent with it, she will definitely get there. And having the structure and having the accountability of the group will absolutely help her get there. Whether it's within the 5 days or whether it's beyond the 5 days, it doesn't matter. She's going to develop abilities that she didn't have previously as a result of having it personalized for her. We also want to work on her strength. So if you see here, this is a hip flexor strengthening exercise where we're actually practicing our ability to drive the knee up and strengthen that hip flexor. And our aim here is to strengthen that hip flexor to the point where she can hang on a bar and do 8 reps where her knees are coming all the way up and all the way down like this. So that's a great goal to have. I always say it's great to have goals with each of the movements that you're doing, but something more important than that is having a goal for the goals. So Eimear's goal is to run the Dublin Marathon, and she's well on her way to doing that this October. But she wants to do it a bit more ease. She's been doing it and she's getting a bit of hip pain. She's feeling a lot of tightness in there after the run. So of course she's on track to getting there, but she wants to get there and feel less hip irritation and come to the other side with stronger hips, because she doesn't want an injury. She doesn't want like a good marathon to be at the expense of an injury on the other side of it. So these are the things we're going to work on, and these are going to be things that Eimear continues to work on beyond the Dublin Marathon. She might want to run another one in a year's time, in 6 months' time. And through improving her ability in this and many other areas, that is just going to enable her to feel better about the marathon. Because if you're improving your mobility and your strength in this way, it's going to translate to the things that you want to do, especially if you're not doing them already. So alright, so that is just a sample of the kind of personalization you're going to get if you claim a spot within the 5-day challenge. So there are spots still open. If you get in there before the 15th of August, I'll be able to tailor something exactly like this for you. And it's really exciting because, as I said, if you're not working on some of these things with the level of detail that we're going to go into here, it's a very fruitful journey, but it's also going to be very likely to happen because it's structured for you. A lot of people know what they need to do. In fairness, I have a lot of content out there that shows you what you can do, but having it structured specifically for you and me having it planned out for you makes you so much more likely to do it. So if that's all you get from it, you'll go a long way. Yo, if you want to send me on any questions before you claim your spot and have anything personalized to you, just let me know. It's important that anyone claiming a spot is someone who's going to give their all to the process for that 5-day period at the very least. So feel free to get in touch with me before that. But that's all from me. I will speak to you guys soon.